Hello, good afternoon. How are you today? Um, Welcome to the session for today. I'm happy to see you. What's good? How has your day been? Mine has been exciting anyway. So I want to believe yours is as good as it's also good. All right. Well, as usual, the goal is to make money for ourselves. And forex environment gives us that opportunity to make money for ourselves when we want to and as we want to. All right, 1 second. I gotta. All right, I was a call from someone caring for me, asking if I've eaten today. Yeah, it's nice to have people around you that actually care about you because it's not as if I'm paying him to do that. Anyway, I can't even afford it. Let me not, let's not even go about who is paying who. That was my boss right there. All right, good. So let's go to the chart because that's where our business lies on the chart. On the chart. So last week was an interesting week. We saw a few trade opportunities, but we did not really take too many of them. Not really take too many of them. So thinking now that I actually just got an idea. I just got an idea right now, and the idea is this: that I'm going to retain my trades, especially the winning ones. I think it's the winning ones that are of value to me. I can keep the losing ones for a week, then by the weekend I can take them out so that I have an opportunity to review them. But of course, I wouldn't be betting on them. So, but for the winning ones, I think I don't mind having them on my charts. I just got the idea now. I wonder why. I wonder why. In fact, the idea I got was to have a brand new chart where a brand new layout where I can be keeping like duplicating the trades I take. I think that's an idea. I have three layouts right there, so if I take a trade on my main trading layout like this right now. There's a trade. Let's see what that trade is doing. Okay, so the trade was for the price to come over here to pick us up before it start coming down, but unfortunately it did not get to our desired point, which is fine as well. It's already moving down. Oh well, it was the close of market period anyway, so the volume in the market was basically nothing. Look at it. Yeah, basically nothing. Then yeah, the volume was dropping at that time. Okay, that's fine. So for example, that trade I will have you know copied it and have a similar one on a plain chart that I can see later on. Is that a good idea? I'm thinking. We'll see how it goes. I may give it a trial if I think about it again. If it comes to my mind again at another time, I may give it a trial and give it a trial. So that's what we have right there. So today I want to continue what we started last time. Like I don't want to jump into a new thing before I complete this. That's me. I've learned to finish a journey before I jump onto another one. That's what I do. I don't just do something halfway and jump to another one. At the end of the day, I will not be able to get mastery in anything. So I want to gain level of mastery in one thing before moving on to the next thing. So this right now I'm doing a back test on a strategy. It's called the last kiss strategy. So I'm testing it and seeing how reliable it is. So I've done the daily back test. It was a successful one. You know, I had more with it. It gave me a positive win ratio. Then I did the 4 hour time frame for that strategy, but unfortunately that was not a winning. Uh, that was not a winning. I didn't get the desired win ratio for that. I didn't get. I got. It was a losing, setup basically over the span of the gold currency pair. Over, well, yeah, quite a few years that I did then. Like I think was it 10 years, more or less. Yeah, you know, as much as the chart could take, I did it all, and overall, let me just tell you this: the result. How many trades, how many wins, how many lessons. So for that back test, I had 4 hour. Okay, good. I had 22 wins and 32 lessons. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of lessons right there. So that setup is not a good one. But for the daily time frame setup, that was a win ratio. I had 12 wins and 10 lessons. As you can see, there are less trades on the higher time frame and more on the lower time frame. So what does that tell you? More trades does not always equal more money, you know? Because eventually, if you take more trades and you end up losing more trades, then it doesn't matter how many you win, you know, you may not be able to find that profitability. And it's not as if the risk reward ratio was crazy. As long as my risk reward ratio was very, very good, superb, then I would be all right. I wouldn't mind this win ratio. But the risk reward ratio was not really, it was okay. Of course, I don't take anything less than one, but yeah, some are less than two, and there are between 1 to 2. Only very few are more than two, and you know that is still not good enough. Anyway, right now, the next thing I want to master is how to maximize my wins, and if I can achieve that, then this low win ratio for the 4 hour time frame would not matter. It will not matter because I will still be able to make the most of my wins, and overall, my wins will be able to compensate for the high ratio of losses, and eventually I will still be in profitability, and that's where stacking comes in. That is one thing that I'm trying, that I have the intention of learning, but I don't want to. I don't want to, like I said earlier, I don't want to jump from one thing to another, without completing one. I want to play out this back test on the 1 hour time frame, before I move on to. So what I'm going to do, let me create a new chart because I don't want to clear this record. This was my 4 hour time frame. I don't want to clear it. Let me. This was my 4 hour back test, and I do not want to clear that. So let me take it in notes. 4 hour test. So let me open a new chart, and on that one, we can have the 1 hour back test. On the new chart, I can have the 1 hour back test. Gold, US dollars, gold, US dollars, US dollars, gold, US dollars, gold, US dollars, US dollars. All right, good. So moving on. What do we have here? 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. So let's see how far back our chart can take us on 1 hour time frame. 2020. Let's see if it can go that far. Then we start. Basically, I want to take as much data as I can. That's my idea. I want to take as much data as I can, and the charts have limited amount of data they can show at one time. So that is what I want to get first. And once I establish that, then I can move on to taking the trades and back testing. And backtesting also helps me to fine tune my strategy. It helps me to fine tune the strategy. It helps me to master it as well. And backtesting, basically it's really really good one. Last available bar. Okay, so wow, match really. So this can't go beyond match. Okay, I told you guys that there's a limited span of data it can take. So apparently, this is what we have at this time. That's fine. I don't mind. So let's start our back test. Okay. What is it? Okay, let's see what's going on. My network is not looking like it's in the best state right now, so that could be another reason why it's not loading more data. But regardless, this is fine. Utu, this is just March. This is just the last month. Good lord, what was I supposed to do it? It's not even up to 1 month data. So that was the network playing tricks. Wasn't really. I thought as much because it doesn't show this way if it's a real limitation. It doesn't. This is not how the limit appears. It appears in a different way. It appears in a different way. So let's try and load as much data, as much historical data as we can. So while waiting for that to while waiting for that to happen, yes, as we know, forex is a space where you get to become who you want to become. Forex is a space that draws out who you are on the inside. And with forex, you start to get a good, start getting a good grasp of who you really are, and you're able to see the opportunities for growth, the opportunities for advancement. That is why personal development is something that I will always canvas for. Something that I would always recommend. Personal development. Yes, it basically saves you time. It saves you time. It saves you effort because we have people that take so long to make their mark in this space because of their because of their baggages. Let me call it that. The baggages, things that personalities that they have before they started forex. You know, uh, they says you can't what's it called? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can't clean the stripes of a cat. You know, of a tiger. So basically, the things you are used to, the things you've developed, your character that you've built up over the years, you tend to stay with them. If nothing major changes in you, you stay with them your whole life. And if something actually changes in you and you want to change those characters, those habits, those personalities, it's going to take real effort, genuine effort. It's going to take some really, really serious effort. Okay. The chart is looking like it's not in a good mood right now. So what we'll do is it's okay. Let me just show you guys the strategy that I'm talking about. I'll show you the strategy that I'm talking about. So with that, we will we just call it a, we just call it we call our session for today. So well let's let's start somewhere. Anyway, it's fine. Let's start from here. Let's start from here. So after this, I'm going to personally take time and still try to capture more data, but it's, I wouldn't allow that to take too much of our time. So good. So now we can start. Let's see. I'm looking out for opportunities for the strategy to play out. So it is a strategy that works with markets when market is ranging. Basically, it's a breakout strategy, like the last case. It's a breakout strategy. So it's all about breakout and retests, which is very common in forex. Breakout and retest. So the idea is to make the most of breakout and retest opportunities in the market because they will always come. It's part of it's part of forex. You know, breakout and retest will always come. This is a ranging market. So basically, when you see a ranging market just moving sideways without going, without going steadily up or steadily down, then that you have the opportunity to see a breakout. And when you see a breakout, the next thing you want to see will be a retest. When you see a breakout, the next thing you want to see will be a retest. So this was a breakout, but we didn't see a retest. So that is gone. That did not give us what we were looking for, what we were hoping for. So we're looking out for other opportunities. We're looking out for other opportunities where the market is ranging and is going sideways. That's what we're looking out for. Okay. I think I noticed another opportunity just now. Okay, this if you look at this setup, market is basically ranging. And how do I know it's ranging? Why did I say it's ranging? You can see it's going up, down, basically in the same area. Not look at this one. This one's going up. So this is a trending market, or this is a ranging market. So and to have a valid ranging, to have a valid consolidation, you need to have two touches on both sides, both at the top and at the bottom. At the bottom, we have one, two as our two touch. At the top, we have one, two as our two touch. So that confirms the range. It confirms the consolidation. So the next thing we want to look out for is for a breakout of that consolidation. Now, this is our breakout. That is, the price came below it and closed below it. Then it came back into the zone. Ideally, we want it to just touch the limit of the zone before it continues its journey. But if push comes to if push comes to shove, I may still take this as a retest. So far, it doesn't go too deep. Besides, I can see a level of support here as well. So I guess that is what it went to pursue. So I would still consider this a retest. Then the next thing I want to look out for is a candle, a sell candle. That is a major sell candle that confirms that this market is ready to go down. And that is this. Here we have a shooting star candle, and it's also a bearish engulfing setup. So that's a valid signal candle. My stop loss will be the middle of the zone, and my take profit. My take profit will be the next zone. My take profit will be the next zone. So this is the next zone, but I'm not gonna take a trade with a less than one risk reward ratio. So I'm looking out for the next zone after that. That this is and which is this. And that is 1.57 risk reward ratio. I can live with this. I can live with this. So this will be my trade. And as you can see, it has gone to TP. Ideally, I paused this chart from playing before now, but network still played for a while before it stopped. So ideally, I wouldn't even have seen that it went to TP. Ideally, I would have stopped this playback after the breakout. Then I would go slowly, waiting out for the retest. Then on the retest and on the candle that confirms the move, I take my trade so that I don't have what I call feedback bias. So that I don't have what they call feedback bias. And that is when you tend to have a bias on your entries based on what you've seen that happened. So you don't want to see what has happened. You want as much as possible, you don't want to see what has happened. So that your entries will be purely based on your strategy. It will be easily duplicatable, not biased on anything, you know. So this is what I like now. You guys, I mentioned everything that is influencing my decision at every step. It's not because I've seen this trade go into profit. No, rather it was based on clear things. You saw the basis of my zone, two touches, two touches. You saw the basis of my retest, my breakout. Candle closed above the support. saw the basis of my retest. That's the breakout. This is the retest. I was retesting this this zone, this resistance here. And if you notice, that was exactly what the candle contacted. As when the price came into this area, I said the middle of this zone, then now for me that is no longer a retest. That is now a fake out. That is no longer a weakness. That is now a fake out. A fake out is when the candle acts as if it's gonna be okay. It breaks out, but instead of retesting and continuing journey, it did not retest. It did not continue. It just came back into the zone and continued the consolidation or went the other direction. That would be a fake out. So the only time, so what I need to see is a retest and not a fake out. And once you see the retest, that is the candle did not return into the zone, did not return powerfully into the zone, then that is a retest. And based on the signal candle, which in this case I can see an inverse pin bar or that's called a shooting star, and I can also see an engulfing candle, a bearish engulfing candle. So that is my confirmation for entry. So I will set my sell stop above above that candle, and then I'll write a trade on. So that'll be all for today, guys. Nice one for joining to the session. So see you guys tomorrow. I'm sure we're gonna some value. Take care, bye.